temple of God.
Access to our money we put in the bank. She said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth.
It's my pleasure to welcome you all this very good morning to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party systems, and actors to explore hope and engender positive impact to the society. I am your guest, Raymond Ken Mbata, standing in for Laurentia Ogu for the meantime. I am going to introduce our guest shortly after this break. Stay tuned.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Access to our money we put in the bank. She said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth. The oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the daunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Good to have you back on Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network right here in the big city of Port Harcourt. For the stories lined up today, Rivers State APC accuses Fubara as court reserves judgment. In Kogi State, SDP and the candidate challenge Ododo's victory at the appeal court. In Gombe State, Governor Yahaya urges RMAFC to increase state allocation. We'll move on to Taraba State, outrage as Governor Abu appoints a murder suspect. In Kano State, Federal High Court rules against Sanusi, the state reappoints. And in politics, PRP urges President Tinubu to shun IMF policies. On with us today to dissect these political topics for today is our guest barrister Ndamzi Ekulo. He's a legal practitioner and also a political analyst. It's a pleasure having you on Open Conversation, sir.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, listeners.
We are going to start with the first story for today, but before then, we are going to introduce the second guest we have on set today. He is by the name of Goodluck Ebimobowe Timothy. He is a political analyst joining us on Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network right here in the city of Port Harcourt. Discussing on the River State issue, APC accuses Fubara as court reserves judgment. The ruling All Progressive Congress has accused Governor Siminalayi Fubara of being the sole architect of crisis rocking River State in recent times. The APC noted that the People's Democratic Party's allegations that APC was engaged in a plot to forcefully take over the government of River State were ridiculous and baseless. A statement by the National Publicity Secretary of APC, Felix Moka, on Thursday said PDP offered no justification for its claim except to misrepresent and amplify the comments reportedly made by the chairman of the River State APC Caretaker Committee, Chief Tony Okocha, while sweeping under the carpet the salient issues underpinning the festering crisis in River State. According to the APC spokesman, Governor Fubara has continued to expend public funds without lawful appropriations by a duly constituted legislature, thereby undermining the will of the people of Rivers State and their right to effective and accountable democratic governance. And in a related development, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has reserved judgment in the appeal brought by the former Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martins Amehule, and 24 others against the Speaker, Victor Okojumbo, and 5 others. The court decided to adjourn after all parties involved in the case presented their arguments. During the virtual section held on Thursday, Amehule and others requested the court to halt the implementation of a high court ruling that removed them from office and pause any further actions in the case and nullify any decisions made by Jumbo while in office. They also sought a speedy resolution of the matter, arguing that the trial court overstepped its authority. After listening to the submissions of the lawyers in the appeal, the 3-man panel led by Justice Jimmy Olukayode Bada reserved a date for judgment to be communicated to the parties in the suit. Additionally, the appeal court instructed that no other court, including the State High Court, should handle the case until a final decision was reached. And now to the discussion proper. I'll start with our guest just coming in. He is by the name of Goodluck Ebimobowe Timothy. It's a pleasure having you, sir. It's a pleasure. With the present impasse, which has also gotten to the court of law, and the pronouncement of the reservation of judgment until further notice, what will be the fate of the Rivers State House of Assembly as at now, sir?
Well, what will be their fate? The court has already said we should hold on. But these persons have left their seat for a very long time. It's better they know that. They should know that. Because even their paymaster or whoever that they are following said it, that you cannot come in through umbrella and you want broom tomorrow.
Oh, which of the factions are you talking about, sir?
I'm talking about the Martin Amewule led faction.
Okay, continue, sir.
Yes, you know, I screwed through the video. You see, that's why we should mind the things. As I sit down here now, I should mind what I say, because this media does not forget. The media does not forgive. It gets back to me tomorrow, whatever I say here that is wrong. And so, even their paymaster said that you cannot come in through umbrella and one broom tomorrow. So, in this case, I know the court will give the final verdict, which is they have lost their seat for a very long time.
Okay. By standards, sir, Felix Moka of the APC, National APC, has said that Governor Simla Ifubara is the sole architect of the crisis rocking River State. Do you agree with that position, sir?
I disagree with Felix Moka completely. Maybe he hasn't been following up a ton of events in the state. And APC being the party in the center and the opposition in the state, ordinarily wouldn't wish the PDP well down here. We know the genesis of the crisis, and we are all aware of what has recently happened in the state. So I disagree completely with the acting national chairman of APC in that position.
In the vein of the fact that youths and average citizens had congregated in protest at the gates of the various secretariats in the 23 local government areas of the state. And you knowing how volatile River State is when it comes to political matters and violence that attends to it. The governor did not take immediate steps until much later in the day to call an emergency security meeting. Does this play into what Felix Moka is also insinuating?
Yes, like I reiterated before, I disagree with Honorable Felix Moka. I disagree with him because the dramatists personnel who are the former local government chairman in the state, did mobilization to blocking whomever to come and assess the various local governments in the state, and that led to confrontation, provocation, and all that. And you see, we are in a society where we take everything for granted. We play politics with everything, and it has not been helping the system. People have abdicated from the truth. People no longer speak the truth. The dramatics personnel, they are looking at the fact that Court of Appeal will say something about tenure elongation. That's not true, because those are not the issues before the court. The issues before the court are simple. The Martin Samehule-led faction went to the court for court to look at the restraining order from Justice Wiley, and also the order which invalidated them as House of Assembly member, and also the one who ordered that Justice Oko becomes, the Speaker Oko becomes the current Speaker. So these are issues before the court, and previously we had an interlocutory order and an interim order. So what the Court of Appeal is going to do is to consolidate this order and come up with a decision whether or not what happened in the High Court was in line with the law. The local government chairmen were not parties to that suit. So there is no way court will give you what you never asked for. And another position we need to set the record straight here for Nigerians to understand is this. There was a judgment of a High Court from Justice C. Wiley, which restrained Martins and others. Okay? So now, the onus before the court is simple. On May 20th, there was a judgment of High Court also from Justice Dr. Dakote Mekio, okay? Yeah. Which invalidated the position of Martins and Co., okay, and declared the amendment of the local government law number 2 of 2024 unconstitutional, and set that amendment aside. So now you see the Court of Appeal. What the Court of Appeal will do is to consolidate all these orders from the High Court and come up with a position. There is nowhere in any of these issues that states that the local government chairmen we are joined in that particular case, and that there will be a judgment to that effect, stating that tenure elongation is accepted or otherwise. The questions before the court are just very clear. Setting aside of the amendment law 2024, River State Local Government Law 2024, and also the restraining order.
Okay. Coming to you, sir. One of the accusations given by the APC spokesman, that is that Governor Fubara has been expending public funds without lawful appropriation. And also, there is also the case of the swearing in of the caretaker committee chairman as giving approval to do that by the Okojombo-led assembly. Does the Okojombo assembly have a quorum to be able to pass such decrees?
Okay, thank you very much. Sometimes I laugh when I hear some things. He said he's accusing the governor of misappropriation of funds. Yes. Now, Do you have proof for that? Where is the proof? What has no? You are River State. What is the proof that the governor has been spending money unnecessarily? For me, I've not seen any aspect that this current administration spent money unnecessarily. Because let me not mention the venues where I have been with the governor, where he came to do where he came for programs, invited, flag off and other things. I've been in most of the train. But I've never heard where he will just be throwing money all around. It will shock you that even on the May Day celebration, the governor was supposed to declare a certain amount given to the workers. He forgot because he knows that his government is not here to spend money unnecessarily. So it was reminded him later before he gave the workers 100 million. I was there. Now, talking about the Victor Okojumbo, see, the law has recognized them. You understand? So since they are recognized, they can go ahead and pass laws, and it's accepted. So they are in line with what they are doing. Because now, if you ask this question now, the tenures of the local government has expired. Do you want that place to remain vacuum? It should not be like that. Do we shut down the local government without bringing either a caretaker committee that can run the council for 3 months? Then we'll plan election. So they are in line. And with what my lawyer had just said there, he said that their case is nowhere to be found. They are trying to run around to cut corners to see how they can be relevant. They are no longer relevant in the state. So the Victor Okojumbo led state assembly is what we know as it stands. So many persons have been saying this. So for me, let's allow peace reign. You understand? Everybody has his time to shine. So that's why I'll say it again. Be careful of the things you do. These persons feel like, let me work with one person and not the interest of the state. What we are looking at is the interest of the state where you are elected to represent. But you don't want to look at the interest of the state. You are looking at the interest of one man. How will that work? That will not work. So that is why when you fall apart, you know what happened to Satan. Pride came in and he fell, and he was looking for corners. So I'm saying that these persons should accept defeat and allow the governor of River State and Martin and Victor Okojumbo to proceed. And very soon the INEC should come up with elections. I don't know what they are waiting for.
Okay, let's be guided according to the Constitution. Right, what's your position concerning the authorities that the Okojumbo led house has to be able to take positions on quorum matters, things that determine the 10%, one third, of the forming a quorum?
Yes, I will begin by saying, yes, it is right that Section 96 of the Constitution allows for 1/3 quorum to be formed before a decision will be taken in the House. But in this instance, what happened, the framers of the Constitution did not contemplate the fact that a day will come when almost all the members of the House will vacate the House to another party.
Yes.
The framers did not envisage all that happening. So I would rather say, as a lawyer, my advice would be that parties maintain status quo like the court have said. There was a court judgment which recognized Okojumbo. So as law-abiding citizens, the best position would be that we maintain the quorum, okay? We maintain status quo and allow the process to run in court. Good 18, it is already in the Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
Let the Court of Appeal tell Nigerians that this is the true position of the law, and let the law take its course. No man can be bigger than the state. That is the truth. So I will advise parties out there to be law-abiding and allow the court processes to run. Then I would like to lend a voice on the legality or otherwise of the caretaker committee members. I have read in different forums, even colleagues, discussing in disagreeing that the governor have acted unconstitutional in appointing caretaker committee. But my position will be that position is wrong. The governor did not violate the constitution in any way in appointing caretaker committee. Let us go by section 7 of the 1999 constitution as amended. Yes, the constitution is very clear and trite that there should be a system of a democratically elected local government chairman in the various local government. But go down that section. It also gives powers to the states to make laws on how the local governments will be governed. Okay, and I am very, very particular about the law number 5 of Rivers State Local Government Law number 5 of 2018. It is embedded in that law that we are speaking law here, we are not playing politics. A court of competent jurisdiction have declared that amendment of law number 2, Rivers State Local Government Law number 2 of 2024 unconstitutional. Went ahead in setting it aside. So that having been done, the operational law as it is law number 8. Law number 5 of 2018. Okay. So which gives the governor powers to appoint caretaker committee. That can only read the ratio in that judgment. Supreme Court went ahead in stating what constitutes crisis in a party. Supreme Court said the crisis must have a national outlook to the extent where the
court is the court or our current tribunal the hope for the common man. Let him try his best. Let's see how he goes. That's my take. Because
injured one way or the other. So in this case, they have the locus. They have the proper locus standi to appeal that judgment. It is their right. And Nigerians should also believe that the courts is a court of
and economic indicators at national and sub-regional levels. Yahaya stated this when he granted an audience to members from Jodi. The governor observed that the state has been coming tops in so many indices, adding that the commission should look at the suitability of using such indicators as a yardstick for allocation to sub-national level. The Revenue and Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission is tasked with looking into and approving the mobilization of revenue to different states and to ministries, departments, and agencies as well. Not neglecting also their duties to the National Assembly and the state houses of assembly. We are having Gombe State. Mr. Goodluck.
Yeah.
We are having Gombe State. We don't know the strength of Gombe State's IGR. But the governor is putting forward that they need more allocation. Every state needs more allocation, but he is claiming that they have performed according to the economic and social indices